Hey vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. What's playing right now, this is Link Wray. Really good, like late 50s, early 60s guitarist. He did great stuff, lots of reverb. But I'll talk about this in a few minutes. Turn this down. Okay, this week's video is for July vinyl finds, but first I want to start by saying sorry about last weekend. I tried to make a video. I did like 3 attempts and I just could not get it. It just wasn't happening, so I decided to take a break. And last Sunday I went to a record show, which I haven't done in a long time. So what I'm going to be showing you here is stuff that I got from the record show, and then a few things from local stores, and I got like 1 online buy. So to get started, what was playing was Link Wray, Growling Guitar. This is a compilation, came out in the early 80s of some like unreleased tracks and stuff that at the time of this album was released, some of the tracks were like hard to find. So yeah, what was playing there was a song called Climbing a High Wall. Really good stuff. This guy was a big inspiration to Poison Ivy Rorschach from the Cramps, and you can hear some of the stuff on here sounds a lot like what the Cramps did later on. But yeah, great stuff. Link Wray, Growling Guitar. And up next, this is Atomic Rooster, made in England. This is from 1972. This is original press. This is a really good kind of prog, a little bit of psych in it, but great stuff from Atomic Rooster. Vincent Crane right there, he was like the lead guy of the band and played keyboards, wrote most of the songs. But yeah, this is like I think their 4th album, but yeah, great stuff from Atomic Rooster, made in England. And while I was at the record show, I ran into a fellow vinyl community member named Bill Camerata. I hope I'm saying his last name right, but really nice guy. He has a channel of his own called Bill's Box of Sound, which is really good, and you should check it out. He's a big Frank Zappa fan. He lives closer to Cleveland than I do, but he's a really nice guy, and talking to him for a little bit, and he gave me a record, and this is the record he gave me. This is, he made this, him and his friend recorded this stuff like between 1988 and 1992, and it's pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised by this. His influences on this are like, of course, Frank Zappa, because he's a big Frank Zappa fan, but also Devo. Some of the tracks sound like they were influenced by Devo, and I even hear like the Holy Modal Rounders on here. But it's a fun listen. It's probably not for everybody. It's kind of experimental at times, but yeah, really good stuff. I really enjoyed this. Some of the song titles, you can tell this is there's a lot of humor he used in lyrics and stuff. But some of the song titles are like "You Can't Do That in a Parking Garage Anymore," "Hammer of Death," "Naked Shaved Mules on Fire," "I Conceived the Bomb," and my favorite track is "Rad Motorbike Chick." But really good stuff. Name of his band is Spudlock. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that title, but yeah, check it out if you get a chance, and check out Bill's Box of Sound channel. Really nice guy. So there you go for that. And up next, this is a Spencer Davis group, I'm a Man, featuring a young Steve Winwood. This is really good. This is from 1966. Of course, has the big hit on it, I'm a Man. You also do some covers like Dimples by John Lee Hooker, Georgia on My Mind. A lot of the stuff is written by Steve Winwood and Jimmy Miller, who was a producer on this, and he would go on to produce like the Rolling Stones and a few other British bands of that era. But yeah, that's great stuff. Steve Winwood's first band, he was like 16, 17 years old when he was in this band. He had an incredible, soulful voice. This really talented guy. And it's a great album. The Spencer Davis Group, I'm a Man, from 1966. And up next, this is the Baker Gurvitz Army, their first album. This, of course, includes Ginger Baker from Cream and the Gurvitz brothers, who were previously in a band called Gun, a well-known band in the vinyl community. But after that band broke up, they formed this with Ginger Baker. But really good stuff. It's kind of hard rock with some progressive music thrown in there. But I didn't get a chance to listen to all of this. I listened to one side of it so far, and it's been pretty good. So I enjoyed this one a lot. Baker Gurvitz Army, first album from I'm not even sure. I think it was sometime in the early 70s, maybe 72, 73, somewhere around there. But yeah, great stuff. Baker Gurvitz Army. And up next, this is Cactus, their first album. I've been looking for this for a long time, and finally found a decent copy of it. But yeah, great band, featuring Tim Bogert, Carmen Apiche. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, but yeah, it's great stuff. They do a cover of Parchman Farm by Mose Allison. It was also covered by Blue Cheer. They also do a cover of Willie Dixon's You Can't Judge a Book by the Cover, which is great. And then the rest of it is all originals by the band. The Tim Bogert and Carmen Apiche, Rusty Day on vocals and harp, and Jim McCarty on guitar. But great stuff, good hard rock from the early 70s. Just well known in the VC. So there you go, Cactus, their first album. And up next, this is Bohemian Vendetta. It's their first album. I don't know if they ever made another album. This came out in 1968, I believe. Really good psych. I've only listened to this like once, but I really liked what I heard on it. They do a really good version of I Can't Get No Satisfaction, and it doesn't sound anything like the Stones version, but it's really good. Also, they do a cover of The House of the Rising Sun, which is also different from the Animals version. But yeah, good stuff from Bohemian Rhapsody, psych band from late 60s on Mainstream Records. Great stuff. And up next, more psych. This is Terry Brooks and Strange, and the name of the album is To Earth with Love. This is another psych album. This came out in 1980. I have another album by this band, and the music on it is great. The guitar work and stuff is fantastic. But on that first album of theirs, I just could not get over the guy's vocals. But this one, also a lot of really good guitar work on it and stuff. And the lead singer, which I believe is Terry Brooks, he kind of toned down his vocals on this. So I like this one a little bit better than the first one. But yeah, really good stuff. Like I said, great guitar work throughout. Just really good, heady psych. So there you go, Terry Brooks and Strange, and To Earth with Love. So there you go. And up next, this is Ginger Baker's Air Force, number 2. This is great. This is like jazz rock fusion. This is their second album. Came out in, let's see here, this had a insert with it. It's, oh, yeah, there you go, I had it right the first time. Yeah, Ginger Baker's Air Force, and some of the people on here are the Ginger Baker, Graham Bond on alto sax, organ, vocals, and piano. And there's Rick Gretsch from Family on bass, Denny Lane on guitars and vocals, and he's got a couple of people here. They're African musicians, African percussionists. One guy's name is Nimoy Akwe, and the other guy, I can't even pronounce his name. His first name is Rocky, and I believe he was the same guy who played with the Rolling Stones, and he also played with Latter Day Traffic, like on their Low Sparks of High Heeled Boys album. But yeah, this is really good. Like I said, like jazz rock fusion, just fantastic stuff. So if you want to check this out, it's Ginger Baker's Air Force number 2. Great album. He also did, there was a first album, a 2-record set, I think it was live. But I'm going to get that one someday too, but that was the only one I could find at the record show. Up next, this is The Doors' Strange Days. This is a first press from 1967. It has the original inner sleeve with a picture of the band and the lyrics. But this sounds great. This sounds really, really good. And I can see why people always want to search out first presses, because they just sound fantastic. I have a pressing of this from like the late 70s, early 80s, and it sounds okay, but this just blows it away. Everything on here just sounds so good. This album, it's got some like light scuffing on it, but it plays like a VG plus. I would grade it like maybe a VG, but it plays really well. So yeah, a well-known album by The Doors. Oh shit, Strange Days. There you go. The Doors, Strange Days. Okay, that was everything I got at the record show, and the last 5 here are going to be stuff that I bought at local stores, and then I got like one online buy. So up first, this is The Bittersweet Hypnotic Eye. This came out in like 1969. This is pretty good. It's like psych pop. Pretty much sums it up right there. But yeah, they do some great stuff. They do a fantastic cover of If I Needed Someone, a Beatles song by George Harrison, but they credit it to Lennon-McCartney. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. There's Lennon-McCartney on there. But yeah, this is a great album. I really like this one. It was so good. Kind of a mellower side of the psych, but yeah, like good pop vocals, great harmonies, just fantastic album. The Bittersweet Hypnotic Eye. And then garage rock classic, The Kingsmen in person, featuring Louie Louie. This is great, really good garage rock. Of course, the opening track, Louie Louie, is a classic. They also do like Fever, Money, Long Tall Texan, Twist and Shout, Night Train, and the lead singer on here is named Don Gallucci, and probably a lot of you already know that Don Gallucci was the producer of the Stooges Funhouse album. But yeah, this is great stuff. If you don't know about the Kingsmen, and I don't know why you wouldn't, at least know Louie Louie, but it's a great album to check out. Really good garage rock. So there you go, the Kingsmen in person, featuring Louie Louie. And just a few more here. Up next, this is Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. This is from 1972, I believe. I could be wrong on that. It's like 71 or 72. Yeah, it's 72. But yeah, great stuff from Uriah Heep. Kind of prog, hard rock. Songs like The Wizard, Traveler in Time, Easy Livin' was the single off of this. It's a great song. Poet's Justice, Rainbow Demon, All My Life, and Paradise, The Spell. But great stuff from Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. I think this is like their fourth or fifth album. But yeah, great stuff. Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards. And up next, this is Santana. It's a self-titled third album from 1971. Just really good stuff. Everybody knows Carlos Santana, great guitarist, great band. This is still the original lineup that was played at Woodstock, but fantastic stuff. Songs like Atuka, No One to Depend On, Everybody's Everything, Jungle Strut, Everything's Coming Our Way. Really good stuff. It's so good. This also features Neil Schon, who, I think that's how you pronounce his name, but he went on to be in Journey for a while. So yeah, great stuff from Santana. Third album from 1971, self-titled. It's great stuff. And then the last album here, this is Index. This is Originals Volume 2. I have that album there. I showed a while back. It's pretty much sounds similar to that, but there was some covers on the other album, and this one's all originals. But really good garage psych, lots of reverb on the guitar, but so good. Songs like Street Crime, Jill, Living in Detroit, Kick It Out, Love Is Here to Stay, It's All in Your Mind, Yesterday and Today, Tired of Being Told. something sweet, but great stuff from Index. Very obscure band from the late 60s. So there you go for that. So that's it for this week. Like I said, sorry about last week. I just couldn't get into it, but after going to that record show, I got my mojo back. So there you go for that. I guess that'll do it for this week. Thanks to everyone who subscribed the last few weeks. Thanks to everyone who leaves comments. I hope everyone's doing well, and we'll see you next week. Take care, VC.